Once a year, after finishing my working season in Norway, I finally get to spend some time in the Dolomites, the place where I grew up. There is no better feeling than coming back home after 9 months, spending some quality time with my family, getting back to a familial culture and enjoying the stunning mountains. South Tyrol is an autonomous region in Italy, bordering Austria and Switzerland. Once part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, was annexed by Italy in 1919, at the end of World War I. This political change has shaped the culture as it stands today. It's why we speak German, Italian, and some people Latin, the reason you'll find knödel dumplings and spaghetti in our cuisine. Today my brother and I decided to go on a hike named Col della Piera, which starts in the village of Selva, located in the Gardena Valley. To do the 9-kilometer hike it takes around 3.5 hours. The first part of the trail is relatively steep, but once you get to the top of the mountain, you'll get rewarded with a stunning view. At 2,300 meters of elevation, there is even a cute mountain hut named Rifugio Stevia, where you can rest and try some typical South Tyrolean food. I recommend the apple strudel. Here you can enjoy the stunning view of the Dolomites. You'll see the northern part of the Poetsodden Natural Park and the Sassolungo mountain range. On our way down it started to pour rain, so we had to descend fast. It's quite common in the Dolomites, especially in the summer, that the storms and heavy rain start in the late afternoon. For this reason it's always recommended to go hiking early in the morning. Today we are hiking the iconic mountain lake of Padu. The 10-kilometer hike starts in the Fossa Valley and it ends in the Gardena Valley, and it takes about 5 hours to complete. To get to the starting point of the trail, we have to take first a cable car that goes all the way to 2,950 meters of elevation. This cable car is definitely not for faint-hearted. From the top of the plateau you can enjoy the stunning 360-degree view of the whole Alpine range for as far as the eye can see. It is defined as one of the most fascinating balconies on the Dolomites because from here you can access incredible views ranging from the green valleys of Fassa and Fiemme to the Austrian Alps. You can also see the Marmolada Glacier, which is the highest mountain in the Dolomites, located at 3,300 meters of elevation. The hike is long but easy, with no particular inclines. On the way to the lake you will enjoy the suggestive rocky lunar landscape. We did this hike at the end of September and unfortunately the mountain hut where we were supposed to have lunch was already closed due to the end of the hiking season. We stopped anyway at the feet of Pichadu's lake to enjoy the scenery. The last part of the hike after the lake was probably the most challenging. Even though it was all downhill, the trail was an exposed via ferrata with a ladder. It's not necessary to use the harness, but I recommend it if you want to feel more safe. After some days of rest, I decided to do a solo hike in one of my favorite areas in the Dolomites, the Sassolungo mountain range. I will stay overnight in a mountain hut located at 2,440 meters. On the first day, I will hike for 4 hours and 11 kilometers to reach the Alpe di Tires mountain hut. To get from Passo Sella to Forcella del Sassolungo, I am taking this tiny cable car that takes me almost to the top of the mountain. The hike itself is pretty easy, only the last part is a little bit steep. I will traverse the Sassolungo mountain range, which is considered to be the borderline between the Gardena and the Fassa valleys. I started the hike following the trail number 525 to Rifugio Vicenza, which is one of my favorite mountain cabins in the Dolomites, because it's placed in a stunning location hidden in the mountain peaks of Sassolungo. I always stop here for a cappuccino before starting the most challenging part of the hike. While most of the people do the popular circuit trail around the Sasso Piatto, I take a more peaceful hike number 594 that overlooks the beautiful Val d'Oron. This hike has incredible views with lush alpine meadows. Before chilling in the mountain cabin, I will continue the hike to reach the summit named Forcella Denti di Terra Rossa. At 2,500 meters, I can finally take in the 360-degree view and enjoy the panorama of the Alpe di Siusi and Mount Chiliar. An interesting fact about the mountain Denti di Terra Rossa, when translated to English it means red earth and teeth. The name comes from the phenomenon which happens during the sunrise and sunset, when the mountains shaped like teeth change colors to red, hence the name Red Earth and Teeth. I'm quite exhausted and I'm happy to finally rest in the mountain hut of Alpe di Tires, where I will stay for a night. The following morning I woke up at 7 a.m. and descended the Val d'Oron valley for 10 kilometers, to reach the village of Campitello, located in the Fassa Valley. It was such a peaceful hike, I was the only one there, with hundreds of marmots waking up. To get to the village it takes 2 hours, and on the way you can admire an ancient way of life. You'll see shepherds chasing the sheep through the pastures and typical mountain huts where they make their cheese. Staying in rifugios, the Italian name for mountain huts, is an incredible way to experience the region. Because there is such an extensive network of over 1,000 refugios throughout the Dolomites, it is very easy to plan a multi-day hiking routes while immersing yourself in the local culture. This was my week in the Dolomites, showing you my favorite hikes on 2,000er peaks. Even though I don't live in South Tyrol anymore, it is always nice to come back and enjoy the stunning nature. If you want to discover more hikes and hidden gems in the Dolomites, you can check my blog link below, Bonand, the Journey of a Restless Pathfinder.